Not enough views, not enough engagement, not enough leads. That basically means not enough traffic. So what do we do with that? I will tell you today. That's that simple. So guys, hello, welcome to all of you who are watching, and write me down in the comments where you are from and if you are struggling with traffic or lead generation. And those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Lenka Kaclova, and I'll help you and other entrepreneurs to build and leverage their online businesses, and I help them to become influencers in their niche so they can actually do what they love and later live their dream lifestyle. So guys, what to do if you are struggling with traffic? Well, first of all, of course, you need to be out there. Go out there. No matter what social media you are using, whatever platform you prefer, you have to be out there every single day, several times a day, ideally, and give people the best out of you, the best value you can ever get them. All social media, well, I think that most of us actually target Facebook like the first level, because everyone who is kind of doing business is on Facebook. We always want to target people on Facebook. So I think all of us are on Facebook. So we always want to use this platform, or that's my recommendation, and we want to use something else with it to either support Facebook or make a different income of traffic, or different stream of, that's very good, different stream of traffic. So just go out there. Don't worry about giving all that information and all that know-how you have for free, because trust me on one thing, if you won't give that information to a person who is searching for it, someone else will. So you better be in the position where you have the answer, you know it, and you give it to a person that is searching for it. Because if you don't have it, that person will go to someone else, and you don't want that. And still, I'm getting like a lot of arguments, but I should be charging for that. It took me a lot of years to study or practice and to get that kind of experience. But guys, you should always know that people don't actually do what they learn, like 90% of people. If you give them the answer how to do something, they might have the moment like, oh, that's how, but they don't actually do this stuff. You don't see them putting that into practice and actually doing what they are supposed to do. That's why so many people are actually struggling. Okay? So just give always the best you have. Look for the questions and look what people are struggling with. Follow the influencers in your industry, in your niche, and look for the questions and look for the struggle. Really, what people are afraid of, what people struggle with, because you want to give them the answer and you want to help them with that. Another thing, I always talk about that, like a lot. So you should always be yourself. Don't worry about actually repelling some kind of people, that people don't want to listen to you, or either they don't like your voice, your look, the way you explain things. English is my second language, maybe you don't like the way I speak, you know. So I don't really care about people that don't like me, because they won't work with me anyway. And the same thing, you should think about this in the same way. Attract only those people that like you, that get you, that understand you, and that respect you for what you know and for what you do for them. You want these kind of people to watch you, to follow you, and to work with you. And by being yourself, doing actually what you know, what you love, what you're passionate about. I'm always speaking about these kind of things, about building business, about social media, about communication, because that's what I love. That's what I do, that's what I love, that's what I'm passionate about, and you will always see me talking about that. maybe you will hear me talking about my family, about my hobbies or something that I like if you chat with me, but that's because it's part of me and that's what I love and that's what I'm passionate about, and you have to know about those things in order to understand what I do, the reason why I do what I do. That's the thing. So always be passionate about that topic. Don't just teach it because you have to, or you have to make the video, and people will know. If you don't like the stuff and you're not passionate about, and it's not something you are crazy about, people won't watch it because they won't like it. They have to feel the energy, okay? And I don't want no excuses. Don't tell me you don't have time to do one video a day, because I have 2 little kids and I am at home with them, I take care of them, I have several businesses, I have agency in Prague with our offices, I have to take care of those clients and make that business run actually. I have some kind of personal life, and I have online businesses. I'm actually involved in several stuff. So we have some amount of time. You just have to make time, find in like small pieces of time during the day where you can concentrate on what you're doing. So you can make time. Don't tell me you cannot. Yes, you have to make sacrifices. And if you really, really don't want to sacrifice your time and you want to do whatever you want to do, then you have to sacrifice your money and you have to invest in your business. And yes, we can make it like a lot, 80 or 90% on autopilot. You can really make that on autopilot. But it takes money if you don't invest your time in it. So be prepared, it costs something. And another excuse I was one more excuse I always get, and I wanted to tell you, is you don't know what you will talk about, or that during that time you are talking, you will just stop and you will not know what to say next. Well, we have notes for that, first of all, and if you don't know like about the topic, what to talk about, all you have to do again, find people that are struggling with something in your niche, in your industry, and give them the answers, help them with that. And you can always use like your regular day activities. You should be, as an entrepreneur, if you want, you should be reading, you should be educating yourself, you should be watching videos, and you can just like the outcome of it or takeaway you're getting from that information, you can teach it to others. Okay, whatever you see and that you find interesting, you know, people love stories. So if throughout the day you have something that catches your eye and moves you and attracts you in some kind of point, you can always tell that to your audience. And if they are your lifers, and I like that name because lifer is actually the person you want to take care of for the rest of your life, someone who you will serve, and whatever you actually learn and get to know, then you go to that person and say, and this is what I just now learned, because that person wants that information. You are actually like 5 minutes ahead of them. You know their journey because they're kind of you. You are so similar. You always want to find that audience that has the same mindset, same journey, and you're taking them through that journey and you drag a little bit ahead of them and you can take them with you, and you're not talking like 20 years ahead. Yes, you will have to make that in order to reach my position. It's always good to be like a little bit ahead of them, because if you talk to people that are like way more successful than you, it's a little bit harder to first for them to find time for you to coach you one-on-one or mentor you one-on-one. And second, I think, I'm not sure, but I think it's my opinion, that those people have already different, like way different mindset than you do, and they talk different language that you're not prepared for yet. And I think that's important to actually understand. So if you are looking for a mentor, it's very nice to have someone who's like 50 levels above you, but it will be hard to follow them and to actually understand why they are saying what they are saying. They have, usually, I think they are right. They know why they say what they say. But when I was having mentors who were like far away from me, I didn't understand sometimes what they meant. Why should I do that at this point? And like a year or two after that, I knew. But at that point, I didn't know why should I be doing that. And it's hard to follow these kind of instructions if you don't understand and if you don't believe that, yes, you can have like that blind mindset, I will follow, I'll do whatever you say, and I trust you, and I know what you're doing, and if I do what you say, I will make it. But not everyone is for that kind of mentorship or coaching, or actually listening to these influencers or trainers to these trainings. So it's on your choice, actually, whatever you prefer to do. But it was just some kind of thing that was maybe worth mentioning. So what you should talk about, so we get back on track, what you should actually talk about is anything that you do throughout the day, anything that you learn, anything that you read, view, experience, or something that's just on your heart. That's not really that much important. All you have to do, be passionate, be yourself, and really love that. If you have the energy, people will feel it. Okay? So that's one thing. If you are afraid of doing videos and you're not ready to go live, and I think it's only like perfection, and it's your feeling of need to have it perfect. But I think you're totally like overthinking it. You think over that too much and prepare it too much. And even if you record video, I believe you're like recording like 3 times before you are actually satisfied. Don't do that. It's for you, it's waste of time maybe. And look at the videos of people who started. Look at my first videos. Look at anyone's first videos. They were actually horrible. Oh my gosh, I started doing these kind of videos a year and a half ago maybe. Oh my gosh. I took them off actually. They are hidden on YouTube, hidden on the internet, and I hope no one will ever see that. I will, for fun, I will sometimes maybe show you, but they are horrible. And the techniques that I use, like no light, and I don't know, like I have no technology, like no mic, no light, and anything. So like I'm in the dark, and all those mistakes that you can ever make, they were all there. So don't worry about mistakes and that you will freeze or whatever. Just do it. Do it, and you will learn on the way, as everything else. Even when doing business, there are no like overnight successes. You have to take the journey, don't be afraid of failures, and have fun with it. Have fun, even with this video. Every time before I start, I make like certain notes, what I want to cover, certain points. And when I start the video, I know that it's gonna be like 3-5 minute videos. And then I talk and talk and talk, and my husband told me like at the night, he said like, you talk too much right now, oh my gosh, you never talk that much, how is that possible? My head is like exploding, like stop talking. And I actually remember there's some, that someone told me, or I read that somewhere, that there's something called, I don't know if you have it in English, but over here in Czech, they call it like YouTuber syndrome, because those people are rambling like for hours and hours, and they create so much content, and people watch that for some reason. But you are talking and talking and talking, and I think that you actually, the more you do the videos, the more you tend to do that as well. My videos at the beginning were much shorter, and now when I stop, I'm myself actually amazed how long that video was, and how long I was able to speak, like for how long I was able to speak like in one part. I wouldn't be able to do that maybe even several months ago. You know, it's like I don't even have to. Like when I was starting that year and a half ago, I almost created like a script what I'm gonna say, and I went over it several times, so I memorized that stuff. It was by heart, but still I was kind of memorizing that thing. Today I don't have to do that. I really have just like such notes, and I talk by heart. And I think you actually, over that time when you talk, you will create the same thing. You will learn how to do that. And the topic that you talk about, you know it by heart, and you know that stuff. And that way, if you say it like several times in several videos, just only in different ways, because you speak about very small pieces of huge chunk of things, in order to actually to build a business and build a brand and build the marketing and sales funnels and everything that you need to know to have it actually run on autopilot. Then when you're doing that stuff, you know it, and you just take little pieces that you know the people are having problems with, and you tell them how it works, what you do, and maybe some kind of story or experience you had with it yourself. It's that easy. You shouldn't be worrying about like if, I don't know, you have good light or whatever, or if you're gonna forget what you say. Just maybe write the notes. Really, write the notes at the beginning, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That's what I think. So about the traffic. So I get back to my topic. In the traffic, it's important you are out there all the time. Okay, be out there, do the posts, do the videos. The videos are good for the no like and trust factor, and go live as soon as possible. Go live, and maybe use several streams of traffic. If you're not using paid ones, you can use social media, several social media. You can do blogging. It's long. The blogging is good for people that have to see the information. When I watch it, I always write notes, because I think that I learned that way. I have to see those things. So for me, it's maybe better to see a blog post, even though I don't read it. I just do like, I'm the fast reader, even though it's like way long. I'm taking it in seconds or a minute, maybe most. I'm not reading the lines. I just find the important phrases, and I memorize that like really fast. So I go over blog posts extremely fast, but I want to see those, especially if it's list of several things that I should be doing or learning, that I need to see it, and I learn that way. So I think that the blog posts are okay, but they only should help you to catch people maybe like me. You want to be on video teaching that stuff, and if you want to have it written down, go to my blog post and you will see it there. And it's the same thing with me right now, but I'm actually behind. I'm putting all my live videos in the blog posts, but I'm a little bit behind, so I will promise I will get that to my blog eventually. And my blog is on my website, lenkakaclova.com, my name, lenkakaclova.com. There is blog in English, so you can see a few posts. I usually post like 10 times a month. It's not much, but since I'm producing so many videos right now, I have so many articles prepared actually to publish. So I'm gonna, throughout maybe the Christmas time, when I have a little bit more time away from some duties or responsibilities, whatever you want to call them. Well, we're gonna travel a lot, so I don't know. We'll see. I promise I will get it there. So you can have it on my blog post as well. So be out there, use your energy, use your sparkle, be yourself, love what you do, and have fun, people. That will drive you the traffic. People will come to you because you will give them always the best answers. You will give them the value, and you will give them what they are looking for. Okay? See you next time.